Everybody, Mushbeard here, back with some more Chain Strike action. Today we're going to be looking at the biggest new update that Chain Strike has released. 4 new Guardians. We're going to take a look at those in depth. But just a reminder that today's video, just like all of my content, is brought to you by chainstrike.net. Head on over to the website to check out Guardian guides, tips, tricks, and more. They do have their first PvP tournament coming up on, I believe, May the 12th. So you can sign up there or follow there to watch when the tournament goes live. So head on over to chainstrike.net for all of that information. Now today, let us go in and look at the book and see the 4 new Guardians. I keep calling them champions. Guardians that we have here. I believe it's 1 3-star, 2 4-stars, and a natural 5-star. So we're going to take a look at the 5-star first here. And it is Tahn. She is an attack type. We'll go ahead and see her awaken look. Oh, that's pretty sweet looking. Alright, I haven't looked at any of these. So, because I haven't done my summons, we'll do a brief summon at the end, see if we can pull anything. Alright, so we'll go ahead and look at the Rook here. We'll look at the first skill because it's going to be the same for everyone, so we can skip that on the future ones. We'll start with the leader skill as well, which is attack power by 35% for PvP, so promotion and arena. Excuse me. Her first skill attacks the enemy in the range 3 consecutive times, so that's good for crack and shield, to double the critical damage amount. Huh. Does that mean if she crits, she does double damage, so she automatically does 100% crit damage, or she automatically doubles the amount of crit damage she already has? A little confusing on the wording there, but we'll have to test that or have someone test it and see that in action. But second skill, attacks the enemy in the range 4 consecutive times, and gains immunity against inability effects for 2 turns if it lands. The last hit lands as a critical strike. Oh, first attack lands as critical. Usually it's the last hit. So what we're doing here, 4, that's good. Gaining immunity for 2 turns if the first one lands as a crit, so high crit based on her first skill, you'd want to do that anyway, so that's pretty cool. Embedded Anger, this is a passive, increases your attack power by 40% when the battle begins and increases your critical rate by 30% if you have 80% or more HP when the turn begins. So automatically, as soon as the battle starts, she gets a 40% attack increase. That is attack power increase. That is crazy. And she already has 1600 base. Man, she's going to hit really hard. And then if she has 80% or more health when the turn starts, she gets 30% crit rate. Like, that is pretty strong for an attacker, I'd say. I would take her. I'm just saying. Alright, let's move on to the Bishop. Second skill, Hatred Purification. Attacks the enemy in the range 4 consecutive times and removes all weakening effects granted on yourself if the first attack lands as a crit. So she can self-cleanse if the first attack, which is really good because if you have like attack down, I'll have to see if it cleanses at the end of, we'd have to see if it cleanses at the end of the turn or after if the first one lands as crit, does it instantly cleanse you so that you could essentially remove your attack down that you have for the other 3 attacks. That'd be interesting to know because that'd be really cool if you could. And her third skill, White Dragon Strike, attacks me in the range 5 consecutive times to inflict damage proportional to the target's max HP with a 25% chance to activate a Chain Strike. That is pretty cool. Max HP is a little, it's good, but it is a little underwhelming for some units right now, especially for attackers. It seems like Reddit user, also one of the people over at chainstrike.net, is it Timo SS, or I forget exactly how it goes, but he calculated that enemy max HP damage is calculated after critical rate and critical damage of your normal attacks. So instead of taking max HP and then critting and then crit damage multiplying on it, like you might find in Summoner's War, it's doing it the opposite. So it's a little underwhelming for people that have high attack and high crit rate. So, but it's because they can do consistent damage and not have to build crit. But her as an attacker, that might be a little underwhelming. But we'll see how hard she can hit. All right, let's go ahead and move to King. Secret of Judgment, attacks the enemy in the range 4 consecutive times and gains it. Okay, so that's the same as Rook. And then Mythical Creature's Power, attacks in the range 5 consecutive times and fully recovers your HP if the target is defeated. 25% chance for Chain Strike. So if you kill an enemy, you restore to full health. That's kind of cool for, that could help with Kraken's tentacles if it works on that, or in PvP. She gets low, kills something, boom, instant full health. That's pretty cool. Alright, moving on to Knight. We've got Secret of Judgment, which is the one for, again, immunity against inability effects. And then White Dragon Strike is the one to inflict damage that's proportionate to the max HP. Why is this one? no one should be exactly the same. So was it this one? Bishop? No, was it Rook? No. Okay, so we've seen the one before, Secret of Judgment. So 3 of them have Secret of Judgment. All right. And then White Dragon Strike. All right. And then Queen, looks like Hatred Purification, which is the cleansing one. And then the one for recovering full HP. So, my thoughts. I think they're all going to be good. The base, this Rook, though, that passive, that seems like it would be really good. But you can get, let's see, Knight. I think Knight looks pretty good. Immunity, it doesn't have max HP. I'd have to see how the max HP plays out for her. Overall, I think they're pretty good for an attacker. I would definitely build her if I had one. Just play around with. She looks really cool. Alright, let's move on. We don't want to make this too long to the new 4 stars. The first one is Dragenaz. I don't even know how you say that. That is the normal look. Turns into red. I'm not a big fan of that. Either one of these looks really. I think they're kind of basic, but everyone's got that same kind of looking weapon. Sylvia has a weapon that looks like that. It's, I don't know, maybe it's just like the male Sylvia. But we'll go ahead and see here. It is an attack type, and their passive is pincer attack of allies by 25%. Kind of weak. And then the first skill for all of them attacks the enemy in the range 2 consecutive times to remove 1 weakening effect granted on yourself when you crit. So-so. Take a look at Rook. Shoot like a bee. Increases the damage that the enemy in the range receives and attacks 2 consecutive times to inflict damage that's proportionate to your pincer attack for 2 turns. Now that is bad. Bad. Increases damage in there. Bad. No. Why would you want that? What pincer attack does less damage than a regular attack. So if you're using it as your normal attack and it says, "Oh, you're going to do damage proportionate to your pincer attack," unless that's on top of your attack also doing normal attack, like it scales with both, that might be good. If it just scales with pincer, that is bad. Oh no, that's not good. So I'll have to test that. But no, man, someone please, if you've tested it, let me know if it scales with both. If it just scales, it turns your attack for that one into using your pincer. That is bad. And this one here removes all beneficial effects of the enemy in the range and attacks 4 consecutive times, so damage proportionate to your pincer attack. Unless they're saying on this guy he's an attacker, but you just want to stack pincer attack on him, I still don't think it's going to be that good because look, you can see right here, attack 1400, pincer 797. It's almost half, or it's basically half of his normal attack. So you have to stack twice as much pincer attack to get the same amount of attack. That doesn't seem very good to me. Maybe I'm missing something. Like I said, maybe it's dual scaling or it scales with both. We'll have to see. But if you know, definitely leave a comment below and let me know, because right now that just seems bad to me. So I'm assuming they're all going to be this way. Bishop, decrease the defense, effects, yeah, and then beneficial effects on the enemy in the range. Yep, and still doing pincer attack scaling damage. Shoot like a bee, summon fire dragon attacks on the range 4 consecutive times to inflict continuous damage for 2 turns. If that's 2 turns per hit, that could be good. Inflicts bonus damage to the boss character. Oh, so that does more to bosses with a 20% chance to chain strike. So that one might have potential. So maybe the king. But man, I'd have to see this scaling in action. So Knight also has that same one with the continuous damage and boss scaling. Man, he just turned. I didn't like the way he looked. And oh, burn up. That's a new skill, right? Inflicts bonus damage to gimmicks. Tentacles, I guess, for Hydra would be considered gimmicks, or Kraken, sorry. I believe they're considered gimmicks, but overall, unless that's dual scaling, really, I don't see the need. He just looks underwhelming to me. Scaling with pincer just seems bad. Alright, let's go to the next one. Faust. Alright, HP type. Looks kind of cool. The weird horn. Go to 6-star. Oh, looks more demonic. Got the nice gun there. I think that's a gun. Yep. Alright. Leader skill. Increase the attack power of the ally by 30% in PvP. First skill. Attacks the enemy in the range to stun for 1 turn with 30% chance. Now, that's nice. Who doesn't like stun? Of course, that doesn't work in PvE for bosses, but it does work in everything else. Alright, second skill. Attacks the enemy in the range 2 consecutive times. It knocks them back 1 space. That's actually kind of really strong in this game, because if they were in range to pincer or attack, they could now be out of range. and they would have to spend their turn moving back in. So that knockback is pretty strong in this game. Judgment Bullet attacks the enemy in the range 3 consecutive times to inflict damage that's proportionate to the number of weakening effects granted on the target. We'll have to see. We have, who else do I have? I have Bishop Saren, who has a similar ability. She doesn't seem to be doing a ton of damage. I mean, she's 6-star Awakened, she's level 36, she's got decent gear on hers that does damage based on weakening effects on the target. Or maybe I just don't have her built right for all that, but we'll see. We move on to Bishop, attacks the enemy in the range 2 consecutive times and knocks back. Not the same one? It was, okay. And then Death Mourning attacks the enemy in the range 3 consecutive times to inflict damage proportional to the current number of defeated allies and enemies. So the number of dead people on the board does more damage. That's interesting, although you hope it's dead enemies and not dead allies. So not really that good for boss fights. For like a Pollen, that's not good because there's nothing to kill on the board. So you're hoping your team isn't dying. But anyway, moving on to King. We got God's Grace, attacks me in the range 2 consecutive times and recovers HP, so a little vampire effect, kind of boring. God's Punishment, that's the same one, although this one inflicts continuous damage up to 3 times for 2 turns with 50% shit. Now that's pretty good. That could be really good, especially since he's tanky. King's got a good second skill there. Alright, God's Grace, Death Mourning. Inflict damage proportion to the current number of defeated allies and enemies. Knight, blah. And then Queen, we got God's Grace, we're recovering again. And then the number of weakening effects. So I think King might be the winner here with 50% chance for 3 dots for 2 turns each. That could be really helpful. So I think of the Fausts, King is the one I would be looking at. Alright, let's go down to the 3-star here. There we go. A little confusing name, but this is Marie, not Maria. Kind of weird looking outfit, but hey, whatever. She is a support type, so let's go ahead and look. Increases accuracy by 25%. Really good for dot damage dealers. And then Water Pistol attack. Attacks the enemy in the range 2 consecutive times to decrease critical rate. Always good. Want people critting less, especially if they've got high crit characters like Chaos or Hades or what have you for PvP. Atrocious Water Bomb inflicts continuous damage on an enemy target in the range for 2 turns with a 70% chance. Gain AP when the effect is applied. So if she lands the dot, she gains an AP, which could be really good for moving. Or if you have her with other AP gaining characters, it's a possibility that you might be able to gain 2 back and take another attack. And then Octopus attack. Attacks the enemy in the range. God, this is annoying. This should just stay up if I hold it. 5 consecutive times to inflict damage that's proportionate to the max HP. The target, again, we'll have to see. The testing done by Timu, I believe he said she could do like 30k unruined. Or not unequipped with no gear on. Based on that 3rd one on Kraken 10 floor, I think it was. But he thinks it won't even go up when she has gear. She'd just be more sturdy and not die. So we'll see. But 30k is quite a bit. Let's go ahead and move on to Bishop. Removes 2 beneficial effects of an enemy target with a 60% chance, kind of like Probella. That's good. Grants a total mass. Grants a random weakening effect on a selected enemy for 2 turns with 80% chance. Random on 1 target is kind of blah. If it was random on all targets, that could be good because you could land defense break on some or attack break on some, but just running 1 random one on 1 target, that doesn't seem very good to me. Oh no, total mess. Sorry. If you can see the range here on the board, it's everywhere. So it hits everything. Or, well, it just means she doesn't have to be in range. Would have to test it out. If it hits everyone for 1, that's better. If it's just 1 target for 1, bleh, that's not good. King, Atrocious Water Bomb. Inflicts continuous damage, gain 1 AP, Octopus attack, proportionate to the max HP of the target. So this is the same as Rook. Atrocious Water Bomb, Octopus attack. Yep, same. Usually they didn't do the same. Whatever. Alright, we'll go on to Knight. Atrocious Water Bomb, so get the dot with the AP. Excuse me. Ink Party grants a random inability effect on a selected enemy for 1 turn. So This one has the dot with the random effect. Not a fan. And then Power Up Eraser removes 10 additional effects on an enemy from anywhere. So the strip, and then grants a random weakening effect. That one. She seems underwhelming to me. Maybe the max HP one. Is it either Rook or King? Could have some uses for bosses because she's tankier. And she can put a dot as well and decrease crit rate. So they could have that. But overall, not. I mean, I guess it's good that I don't look at it as super overpowered. I'm like, you have to have these units because they're so good. They just got released. So I think they did a good job of keeping them in balance. I really have to see how the Dragenaz, if it's a dual scaling, then maybe it has use, but just single scaling on pincer attack just seems so bad. I know you can get both, obviously gloves is your main pincer, but you can get rings and necklaces that are both pincer. So you can stack it higher than most things, but it still seems like it'd be not so good, but who knows. But we'll go ahead and get to the summons here. And see if we can pull any of them. Obviously, let's hope for a Tahn. I have a Knight book here I'm going to start with. I'm going to hope for Knight Saren. Because she's really good. Nope, didn't get her. To go with my Bishop Saren, I could stack a lot of dots if I used them both. But Ocean Maiden. Alright, and then we've got 17 scrolls here. Nothing else, right? Nope. Alright, let's see what we got. Ooh, we're going gold. Come on, is this 5 stars? Is this Tahn? Are we going to pull a Tahn? 4 stars. Ciela, Queen Ciela. Range with power, but inflicts double damage on the people under sleep. Puts all enemies in the range to sleep for 1 turn. So you'd have to have someone that reactivates so she could go twice. But she can pair it with Hamelon to increase damage targets receive for 1 turn. Alright. I think it's my second Ciela, so we're just going to keep collecting them there until we find one, or we have time to build a sleep unit for such things. No, don't need her. Ooh, second gold and 3 scrolls. Well, 4 scrolls, I guess, if you count the night one. Come on. Ooh, Napur. I don't have any of her yet. This is the night one. Randomly 3 consecutive times to inflict double damage on enemies that are petrified. The range 2 consecutive times inflicts double damage on an enemy that's petrified. Alright, they both doing double damage on petrified units. That ignores the defense of enemies that are petrified. So I work with her with Medusa. I only have Queen, I don't have King. So if I could pull a King Medusa, that would be great. Ooh, back to back. Man, I'm on a roll. Come on, come on. Oh, Rook Anonymous. Alright, I just 6-starred my King Anonymous the other day. Rook 1 decreases your skill cooldown by 1 turn and increases the attack power of 2 turns when the last attack lands as a critical hit. That's kind of cool. And increases the Fire Breath. This is one skill I really like because it can stun at the end when it lands as a crit, and of course he has Vampire, so that is cool. I don't know if do I want to sack him to... Do I build 2 Anonymouses? Do I use them for Transcendence maybe? I don't know. Hey, just nothing special. That's interesting. I'll have to think about that. I haven't even thought about Transcendence for any of my other characters, but there's potential with him, maybe. Synchus. I should go manage my Guardians. Apparently I'm a fool. Alright, what do we got here? I was saving up a bunch of fodder, but right now I don't have anything. Can we upgrade her? Do I have any? It's not even get to 25, so I could right here, Queen Maria. You're 4-star, so you can have my 2 stars that are not Lieutenant Chickens, because I'm gonna make one of him because I think he's really good. Let's see here, 2, 3, 4. All right, there we go. Freed up some room. Hopefully that's enough. Well, that was 9. I think I have more than 9. I'm probably gonna have to go back in. Hey, I didn't think about that. Yeah, I have 11, of course. Well, we'll see how these summons go. Maybe I just won't summon the last 2, and I'll save them for later. Let's see. Anything good? Another Navy. Nothing good. Ooh, another. Come on, 5-star. 5-star. Yes, 5-star. Yes! Scold! I did not have a scold. Woo! Alright. I have not seen. Yes, baby. Yes. That's my second one. I set my Mountain Spirit. I finally made my Mountain Spirit 6-star. It was like my 8th 6-star. Finally. To use for PvP. Past erase removes all beneficial effects of the enemy in the range and attacks the target 5 consecutive times. So strip and attack. Attacks me in the range 3 consecutive times and creates a shield that's equal to 20% of your max HP on all allies for 2 turns when the target is defeated. As a support, and then attacks me in the range 2 consecutive times. You increase the attack power of all allies for 2 turns with a 50% chance. Oh, that's nice, because you can replace or possibly replace Finn. And then increase the defense of the ally by 30%. Awesome. Awesome. I will have to find time to build her and have fun. Woo, my second 5-star. All right. It wasn't a ton, but hey, I'm not going to complain about a 5-star. Stinkus. Whoa, we got another. Holy cow. Shade. Oh, Shade is good with Robin Hood, but stuns a target, so it actually has a chance. It could work with my Silodrin, because so he could ignore defensive Shade lands a stun. Creates a shield equal to 50% of your max HP, and increases attack power and defense of allies for 2 turns. So like a stronger Finn. I won't complain about that. Stronger Finn's better. Yep. I'm not too sold on Finn like I thought I was, but he serves his purpose. There's my bad guy that I was trying to raise, but with the max HP, finding out about a max HP scaling after critical rate and critical damage, I don't know if it's going to be worth it. So he'll probably just sit on the shelf for now. Daruth, nothing special. Oh my gosh, these rates are crazy. Another Anonymous, a second King Anonymous. So this one will definitely be Transcend fodder because I already have a King Anonymous. But he's really good. Oh man. Oh man, Transcend. I could Transcend him. Holy cow. I never thought I'd do that. Or not anytime soon, but make him my main damage dealer, Transcend him, Laking off. Stuns, can work with that. Oh man, this is crazy. These rates are crazy. Grion, he's actually really good. He does damage based on his max HP, and he can actually do some pretty good damage and decrease the chances of being inflicted with critical hit. That's not the specific damage dealing one, but that one kind of tanks and can take more hits. So holy cow, yeah, that's how that went. Is going. I still got 2 more, and the way these rates are going, I definitely want to stay and summon here. I'm gonna have to start working on my Anonymous, even though he's not, just to raise him up. Well, where's my other King Anonymous? I don't have any more 2 stars to throw into him. I was gonna say I'll use the 2 stars to throw into him. Which one do I want? I think I wanted King. Oh yeah, here we go. Attack power, baby. I got 1 stars, I think, to throw in. Yep. We'll raise him up good here. And with the changes to, how fast can you power him up? No, it only gets him to level 13. Not worth it. Alright, we'll go back. We'll do the last 2 summons here. Man. Come on, if I could pull another lightning or orange book, gold book, whatever you want to call it, that'd be crazy. Alright, last 2. Not expecting anything, but the way these rates have been, anything could happen. Man, I can't wait for Transcendence. I'm kind of excited now. Alright, nothing on the last 2. That's okay. Maybe I'll pull the new unit Marie. Howler. Alright, no new units. None of them pulled. No Tahn. But a new 5-star? We pulled like 4 stars? Man, that's just crazy. Alright, that is it for this new Guardian review, everyone, and summons. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is Mushbeard. I am out.